Okay, y'all. Hey, everybody, it's Dia. Welcome back to another banger video. It's a little vlog of today. Basically, I'm in my drawing class. Everybody's already left because he let us leave early, but I'm still here. And basically, I'm just working on like my oil pastels. So far, I've been using this brand of oil pastels, and honestly, I like how creamy it is. I've only been using this so far. I do have my Paul Rubens oil pastels as well. I like them too, but I just kind of wanted to test this out since I recently bought it. And then I'll just show you how my, art's been going so far. Like, the setup is crazy. Okay, but basically, oh wait, hold on. I need a thumbnail now that I'm thinking about it. Because every time I do a vlog, I never have a thumbnail. Let me make sure this doesn't fall, because I'd be very upset if I broke it. I really hope there's not a class after this, because I was planning on staying here for a little bit. So then I can go to the art show that will be happening at 5 and probably ceramics, but we'll see. I kind of don't want to get messy. I could just take the sweater off, to be honest. I also don't think I've actually mentioned what exactly we're doing for our class. So basically, I can't remember the exact term, but I'll type it into the video. But basically, we are making drawings of the fear of empty space. So basically, I had to cover up all of this space. I kind of just have things that are in relation to religion, just because I thought that I thought I should have a theme if I was gonna wing it. Because before I even started it, I didn't even have like an idea of how I wanted to start this besides the apple, which is kind of like where it all begins, I guess. So that's kind of my thought process through this whole thing. So I actually have no idea how this is going to turn out. And I'm kind of just, not even kind of, I'm definitely winging it. Like, even the way it looks now, I definitely didn't envision this, but I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I'm just kind of figuring out my way through this whole process of drawing this, I guess. Basically, for this piece, I was thinking about everything being like the same color. At first, I was gonna make it black and white, but I was like, oh, that's kind of boring. And plus, since I'm working with oil pastels, why in the world would I make it black and white? If I wanted to make it black and white, I could have just like worked in ink, to be honest. So this is why I'm kind of like doing color, and I particularly picked blue just because kind of how you use like, I guess darks, you utilize blue, but I also plan on using other colors on top of this. At least I think. We'll see. It might just entirely be blue, and I might just use a darker blue or like a brown to make it like super dark. I'm not necessarily trying to make it black, just like it has a range of values. Winging it just now, just because I know that if I decide that I don't like it, I could just scrape it off and start over, which is not really that devastating to me. I don't really have any attachment to it right now, so I'm just kind of freeballing it. Because when I was trying to think about how I was going to create this, I was blanking. I just thought about the composition a little bit too much, and I feel like if I'm going to do something that has to fill up space, that maybe planning it all the way through is not the best case, at least for me personally. So yeah, I'm just gonna wing it. Honestly, this is way more than I even expected to have done with this piece. Like, considering that I didn't have really a clear idea of how I wanted things to go, this is like a lot of progress. I've grown to be super excited for this piece. And it's very interesting because I'm not the biggest fan of like drawing, which is why I decided to work with oil pastels. This is the closest thing to painting, which I feel like, I mean, I could also work with ink, but I feel like ink is pretty unforgivable, and I'm not the biggest fan of working with mediums that are not very forgiving. But I think what's also interesting about the choice of oil pastels is that I don't actually really know how to use oil pastels. So essentially, of this whole process of even utilizing oil pastels is like a learning experience to me. Even learning how to like layer the difference between like, I guess, hard oil pastels and soft oil pastels. Like I like how creamy it is and stuff like that. That's kind of why I'm using this. Like I can blend and kind of do the things that I want to do with it. Also, it's colorful, bright, vibrant. I don't exactly even still have like a clear vision of how this artwork is going to be, but I definitely am liking the way that everything is turning out, especially like the contrasts and colors. I'm like really living for it right now. And then, since it's oil pastels, my professor was giving me a wonderful suggestion that I should get like a color pencil and like scratch out some of the colors so it has like all this like texture and stuff. So like I don't even know. All right, so I'm pretty much done in here. I'm gonna put my stuff in my locker and then I'm gonna check the ceramic room to see if there's a class in there. I'm probably not gonna start on anything yet since the show starts in 30 minutes. I do want to see what's going on there. And then possibly do a little bit of ceramics. I'm still a little bit uncertain just because I do have like other homework to do and other things to do back in my dorm. And it's not like I don't have ceramics tomorrow, but I'm definitely not going to have the opportunity to work on anything tomorrow just because it's closed. They don't have open studio on Tuesday, which is very stupid. I wish they, like last year was Wednesday, but now it's Tuesdays. It's like, guys, like that's the only opportunity, not the only opportunity, but like that's kind of like my opportunity to do like work outside of class besides the weekends, which is probably going to be for my painting class anyway. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay, hey y'all, it is 9:10. I'm finally back at my dorm and I've been at the studio basically all day today. Honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be there for that long. It was because when I was gessoing, it started to warp, which I was hoping that it wasn't going to warp. So it started warping and I was like, okay. I was hoping that once I put everything on like the canvas, it would like kind of straighten itself out. It didn't do that. So I put it on the floor. I put some like buckets on the side to try to like even it out. And, you know, ChatGPT told me that I need to keep it on for like 24 to 72 hours. I just searched up something because I was like, okay, I need to kind of problem solve this because I don't have like bars to put in the middle of my thing. And so I was hoping like maybe it'll dry straight. So, I'm just so exhausted and I really hope that nobody moves it. So I moved it in like this corner and I put it on like, I made like a table big enough and I added like water buckets on the sides. So hopefully it like unwarps itself and it dries straight. Or at least I just hope the warp part of it is not noticeable. So it'll probably be noticeable to me and then I'll probably want to restart. So hopefully everything goes right tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm so like, I just hope it works out. Hey y'all, okay, so it's the next morning, so hopefully I'll be able to film in my ceramics class, which is the class that I'm about to head to now. I'm actually about to grab lunch and then go to ceramics. So hopefully I can show y'all a little bit of what I'm doing in there. Cannot really film in my ceramics class, which is why you guys get a glimpse of what I got. This was warped like yesterday. Now it's like so much better. It's like slightly warped, but definitely not nearly as bad as yesterday. It was horrific yesterday, to be honest. Glad that it's way better. Like 2 or 3 more coats of gesso and then we're gonna have to head out. I'm on crunch time and I don't want to get any of this gesso on my sweater. This is from my intermediate figure painting class, and in that class, obviously, we have nude models, but I just really needed to show y'all this. And plus, YouTube, do not age restrict me. It's just a painting, and the bits are blocked, okay? But basically, this is a 2-day pose on a 18 by 24 inch like canvas pad. And then here's just a little inside of like the type of colors that I was mixing to get the type of colorway that he is. Keep in mind, I didn't use literally every color.
Okay, y'all, so basically I showed you a little snippet of how my figure painting class is going, and honestly, I've made so much progress since, like, the first time I ever taken that professor. And he said the same. He's like, oh, you're really starting to get anatomy. Like, thank you. But now I'm in my drawing class, and basically I stopped and got display. I'll show y'all the progress of what I've gotten so far. I didn't really get that much done, to be honest. I didn't do much in the 3 hours that we had. But
here we go, back at it again, gessoing. Honestly, that's what I do for majority of my time, at least for the first beginning stages of any of my painting classes. This is for my outdoor painting class, and basically I'm just gessoing 4 panels. Honestly, I'm so sick and tired of gessoing. It's definitely my least favorite process, but it's something that I have to do. And even though these miniature like panels are already pre-gessoed, honestly, it definitely does make a difference when you put a couple of more layers on top of the like panels. The process was much more enjoyable because my friend was there.
okay, y'all, so if you've made it this far into the vlog, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.